everyone, Izzibel here. Welcome to my channel. Today I am working on the day 10 sketch for 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, and Adam over at Dottie About Flair has incorporated circles. Now this sketch was created by Izzibel for Keeping the Best blog, and I'm going to use these two photos of my daughter at the beach. She was exploring, looking for shells, and picked up seaweed, and I snapped a couple of pictures. Now, I was looking at the sketch. I thought it would be perfect to use these pictures because the sketch has these leaves on the side. I'm going to incorporate some fake leaves that look like seaweed and then create shells and starfish. And also, I am going to turn the sketch. I think it's going to work better with these two pictures. So the bigger one will be on the side, and then this one will be on the other side, and then I'm going to utilize this one for the title. Now, I'm pretty much going to stay close, actually true to the sketch. It has these doilies back here. I'm thinking that I could use my acrylic paint to create a ocean wave that goes around all of the circles. We'll see if I can manage, but that's the idea. That's the plan. I did pull these 4 green cardstock papers. I'm not going to use all of them, but they were just something that to keep in mind while I'm creating. Okay, so to start, I did use painter's tape to tape down my paper. I didn't treat it with any gesso, so this is going to help it from warping too much. The paper is going to warp because I am using a lot of paint, but not too bad. I make sure that it stays taped down until it's completely dried, and that tends to help a lot. Now, the pictures, I did draw a little circle just to guide me on where they're going to be on the layout, because I don't want to leave them there and get paint on them. And then on a paper plate, I'm going to put all the colors that I'll be using to create the ocean. And then with this thin paintbrush, randomly just paint out where I want the water. Now, the white line on the outside is obviously where the bubbles and the ocean's going to crash. And there's no rhyme or reason to it. I'm just randomly placing the blues and the greens that I have here, just because when you look into an ocean, it is always uneven. Trust me, when we take the sponge, it's gonna blend in, it'll look like water, and I'm not too worried about it. If you mess up, you can always just let it dry, add more paint on top of that, and then recreate it. That's how I did it. There were a few spots that I messed up on, and as soon as the paint was dry, I was able to go back and just add what color would correct the mistake. Now I'm going to take the sponge here. Because the thin paintbrush made it thin, I want some paint to work with. So I added the water, like the white directly on it. And then I'm just going to start with the white because we don't want the blue to really mix in. It's fine if it mixes in a little bit, but I want to be able to mimic that crash on the shore. So I did the white first, and then I'm going to move into the blues, and all I'm doing is just dabbing it, you guys. I'm dabbing it so that it blends, and then once I get it all dabbed, I even use the sponge because it has that texture on the back to just like push it out to make it look like the waves are flowing out. And then I'm just going to grab the palette knife on the side here and add some white paint and just dab it on the white part. Now what I'm doing, because some of the blue mixed in, is I'm covering up some of the blue, but I'm also pushing out with the tip of it, just like making an indentation in the white so that it gives me that bubble texture. You can't see it very good on the video, but hopefully when I do the close-ups, you'll be able to see it. So once I get that done, I'm also going to do the other two, but I'm going to do the other two off camera, and then you guys will see how it turned out. Okay, so got them done. I'm going to add the pictures on top of them just to give you guys a visual here. I do decide to back the photos. I'm going to first back it with white, and then with this green blue glitter paper I have to the right, I'm going to back it with that one after the white, just to bring more of the green that's in the pictures onto the layout, because the water, the ocean waves that I did is a little bit blue. But it's okay. It's okay, because once I add the green and then I add the seaweed, it all ties in together. I think it came out really good. Now, I was looking at the seaweed, or the leaves that I'm going to use, and because it's the plastic fake leaves, I have to use the fun foam to prop up these pictures. All the 3 circles are going to have it so that I can stick the leaves underneath the photo, and that way it looks like it's kind of in the water. At least that's in my mind. That's how I was able to wrap my head around getting the leaves on the layout. It's also bothering me, the empty space that I have from the water to the edge of the paper, because I had the painter's tape there. So all I'm doing is just on a little piece of paper, I just put a little bit of each of the paint on, and then with 2 fingers, one with just holding the white and the other one just mixing in all the different blues and greens. I'm just going to dab it just to cover up that empty space, because it will bother me if I don't do this. So it's time to go ahead and put the leaves on. I'm going to go ahead and just mimic the same areas, same cluster areas that are on the sketch. Those are the places that I'm going to put them. I am just going to add leaves on the right circle by the arrow on the bottom right corner. There is no leaves there, but I'm going to add leaves just to make it cohesive on all 3 circles. Now, check this out, you guys. I have a chipboard starfish, and I only had one. So I scanned it and printed it out on regular printer paper. And then I'm going to pull in some chipboard that I have. I'm going to adhere it to that and then fussy cut it all the way around. And then take my embossing, it's a clear gloss embossing powder. I'm going to emboss the starfish here, and it's going to create 2 embellishments. So I'll be able to utilize, she has 2 stars on the sketch. I'm going to put 2 starfish in those same spots. And this is how I made my embellishment work for me, because the starfish came with a kit, and I didn't want to go buy a whole nother kit when I have plenty of pieces from the one that I had previously bought. So this is a way that I make my embellishments go a little bit further. So now that I've got the 2 starfish done, I'm also going to add some white glitter shell buttons that I had. I had my husband just remove the back piece, and that way it was a flat base and I could adhere it to the layout. I'm going to use 1 button for each of the 3 circles, and then my title is going to be High Tides Good Vibes. The High Tides Vibes is going to be cut in glitter cardstock, and then the good is in the same glitter green cardstock that I backed the pictures with. I did cut it from my Cricut design space. I used the BFC Santa's Candy font, and then once I get that all adhered, the only thing I have left to do is get all of the embellishments adhered. I do hot glue the leaves because all my other glues weren't working. It probably would have worked if I sat there and held it long enough, but like I said, I was very impatient with this layout. So I hot glued it down and then added some fun foam to the starfish that's going to be next to the title, just because it overlaps the already lifted circle. I'm going to bring in some stickers, some thicker stickers, and I'm going to use a few phrases on 2 of the photos, and then I'm going to put black hearts by all 3 clusters, and then add some green sequins, and that's going to complete the layout. I am going to work double time, you guys, because I have really fallen behind. But I am very proud of myself. I do have some layouts done. I just haven't edited them. So you should be seeing them roll out in the next few days. I'm really excited. I noticed that my subscribers are racking up, and I can't believe that my channel is growing as quickly as it is, but I am having so much fun with it. I am trying to find time for, life and fun. So once I figure out the balance, hopefully it'll be smooth rolling. I think it's just a bit more than I can chew with the 30 days of sketches. But overall, I will get them done eventually. Check out my description list, you guys. There are other people playing along. They're making great sketches. A lot of them are actually on time. Kudos to them. It's just amazing that they can keep up the way that they do. And their layouts are gorgeous. So get inspired, create, share, spread the love, you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful day and stay crafty. Bye.